This is a testimony with my beloved Barbara Ingrassia, and this is Sasha Sabbath. And I've got some specific questions for you, my dear, so off we go. What I'd like us to start with is just to please say a little bit about yourself, your title, your profession, so people know who you are and your whole orientation.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Sasha. I come from an academic library background, and as print evolved into electronic, I began negotiating licenses, and that rolled over into copyright compliance education. And now I have my own company, Manage Copyright, the C in the circle, copyright.
Okay.
And the full tagline is manage copyright, don't let it manage you, so that you can use copyright to your advantage without getting into trouble.
Yes, beautiful. And what is your title? Would you call yourself?
Well, founder and president.
And you're also a copyright coach, wouldn't you say that?
Well, yes. Yes, if we get down to that level, a copyright coach and content compliance
Right.
strategist.
Good. Right. Yes. I think that's a good way to capture what you do, knowing you as I do. All righty, here we go. Next question. Why do you feel that confidently using your intuition is important in your life?
I believe tuning into intuition is important because I tend to be in my head all these years. And I know now that there's a lot subconscious, a lot under the surface. And practicing getting in contact with my intuition has opened other avenues for me. For a long, long time, I felt maybe I didn't have intuition, or am I making this up? And so this particular course, focusing completely on intuition, has been very beneficial.
Wonderful. And in what ways were you struggling in using your intuition before taking the class? Like, just elaborate a bit more on what you just said so people get an idea of what was not working for you that this course was able to solve.
Well, we have worked together for a while, and you have certainly introduced and referred to intuition in other programs. But this concentration in 6 weeks, and then there'll be the follow-ups, just really focused. You introduced some more techniques and tools, gave us some more options, things to practice. So before allowing intuition to be involved, everything had to be logical. Everything had to make sense and be, realistic. And anything that didn't fall into that was, can't rely on that. That's just, whimsy or wishful thinking. So this has really helped me focus in on the fact that I do have intuition I can tap into. I've been a little jealous of some of the others who have been intuitives for many, many years. And so I see that I can be intuitive.
So does that make you less jealous?
I guess.
Oh, good.
I still envy their depth and the speed which they get downloads, but I'm practicing.
Yes, you are. And you're getting results. That's the main thing. So your struggle before, just so people get a good sense of what has improved for you, is that if it wasn't logical or realistic, you discarded it. Is that what the struggle was?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
not possible. Yeah, unrealistic, pipe dream. In fact,
And
I
what,
didn't let myself dream because it
uh,
wasn't logical.
yeah. Oh, that's so powerful. Okay. All right. That brings me to the next question, which is, so what would you say have been the beneficial results from taking the class? Just say, add on to what you already started saying, please. What has been beneficial?
That focus on intuition, you brought in some additional techniques and tools and reinforced, reviewed tools that you have introduced in the past. And so bringing those all together really helped and made it click.
And now that it's clicked, what would you say that the benefits are for it having clicked?
Knowing that I can go deep inside or go to my higher mind or my higher power for advice, suggestions, and being patient for getting those. Doesn't have to be snap. So I'm learning to be able to tune into that faster.
Fabulous. Okay. Next question. What really worked for you in the course that you found particularly useful for you? Everything that comes to mind.
Um, Identifying and releasing fear. That technique was new to me, and I found that to be quite effective. I also liked very much having a buddy who really, we really clicked. So I thank you for your intuitive pairing of us.
Yes, I'm so glad to hear that. Anything else come to mind as to what really worked for you in the course that really stood out as particularly useful?
Well, meeting as a group on Zoom gave us the opportunity to learn more about each other and see each other and feel what experiences they were having, what challenges, what successes, and I could relate to those then. It was a little broader community then than just buddies, or it was a larger group, and it was good to hear their experiences.
Yes, yes, wonderful. It always is. We learn so much from each other.
Definitely.
And so please share one particularly exciting win that occurred during the 6-week period of the course that you know for sure occurred because you effectively applied your intuition.
Well, I had an exciting success just this last week. I didn't know what to post in my Facebook profile for a daily post. And I said, oh, well, why don't I, go up the stairs to my higher mind and ask my intuition? And there was an answer. It said, look at this daily calendar resource. And I said, well, that's a great idea. I went to it, and it's such and such day, National Cookie Day or whatever. It was Global World Day to Stop Trafficking in Persons. That's not quite the right title, but that was something that I had cared about and done some teaching about with medical school students. So that was just perfect. The day before, maybe, but and not the day after. So that day was the day to do that. And
Wow.
so I could share my experience, and also I hope raise awareness among people who might read it.
Fabulous. God, how did that make you feel that you got that and that it felt, yeah,
Exciting, yes.
yeah. Oh,
And
wonderful. I'm
hope that
happy.
I can do it again.
Oh, okay, I'm not going to touch that.
Okay.
Of course, you're going to be able to
Of
do it
course I
again.
can do it again. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right, my dear. Next question. So please state your experiences as to why you would endorse working with me, because there are so many intuition teachers out there. What would help people understand your experience of our work together in that course that you would endorse?
Well, Sasha, you are so intuitive, and you walk the talk and peel back that curtain so that we can see it. And there are times when you say, let me pause and think about that, see what my guides have to say. So we could see that this wasn't pre-scripted. Certainly the curriculum was planned, but there wasn't magic involved. You care so much for the people in your groups, and you can tell when something's going on with them, even if they aren't saying anything. You can tell, and you can adjust the curriculum a little bit to meet those needs of those in the group. That is just so precious.
Mm.
um, and no question is off limits to you, so that we can see how someone can deal with challenges that come up. Over the years, I have seen just how much you care. And so that is very special. It's not just a one and done kind of thing. You're thinking about people even after courses, um, even if they don't happen to be involved in a program right now. When you think of things that apply to them, you let them know. So you're very special in
Aw,
that regard.
mm,
Thank
thank,
you.
oh, thank you, Barb. It's true. It just never turns off. So,
Yeah, I don't know how you get any sleep.
oh, thank you. Let's see, this is my last question. Why would you recommend this course in particular, and to whom, in terms of like what might be going on in their business and in their life, where this course would be the cat's meow solution?
I believe that anyone who is willing to explore their subconscious and dig deeper, to get out of their head and out of the it's got to be logical, it's got to make sense kind of thing. People who have tried many things, maybe a lot of logical things, who say there has to be more. Um, there has to be more to me. And so this is a wonderful way to explore that and to focus on that. Um, and with exercises to do, you do great follow-up notes and with links to things that review the session, but also you break out little pieces that are particularly useful. You are always available to give support. And many people who might be just toying with this idea might be thinking, ooh, it's a little woo-woo. But you are intuitive and down to earth so that you can guide them and reassure them, excuse me, that they do have intuition operating, and you had to do that with me many times. Sort of trusting that something is happening. And I think that people who want to be more in touch with themselves, with their soul, with the higher power, with their higher mind, can definitely benefit from this, so that there's not just all this part of life that's below the surface, because we know there's only a little bit poking up in the conscious. So it's definitely worth having a conversation with you about it to see how the fit goes, and what they are seeking and how intuition can help them.
Beautiful. That was so clear. Thank you. Well, that's it for my questions. Now, please tell the listeners how they can reach you, your website address, and if you could spell it out so that they don't miss the spelling. And if you want to share an email address, whatever is going to help them find you.
Well, the key is that we're talking about copyright, R-I-G-H-T. Many people think I'm a copywriter, W-R-I-T-E-R. And of course, that mix-up makes sense. But my website is https://managecopyright.com. So that's MANAGECOPYRIGHT.com. And please feel free to reach out to me, ask about this program or my programs at barb@managecopyright.com.
Beautiful. Thank you, my dear. Thank you for your time. Have a blessed day.
Thank you for this opportunity.
You're welcome.